Welcome back to the Fox's Den. I'm Roxanne.
And I'm Alexis.
And this is a cooking segment, and we're going to do geography cooking. We're going to make a tomato pie that features the deliciousness of New Jersey. Now, why are you dressed as a deer, Lexi?
I'm dressed as a deer because we're going to be doing
New Jersey. And there are a lot of deers.
Yes. I always see it in the back, so maybe we can get footage of that and post it on
or maybe
Facebook.
Lala's house. At Lala's house, the deer actually come up to you in her backyard.
Yeah, we feed them.
Yes. All right, so we're going to get started. So, Alexis, how many states do we have in the United States?
50.
We have 50 states. And we live in New Jersey, and we're focusing on New Jersey. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So what we're making is a pie, a tomato pie. And we're making it very easy. We do have a delicious pie crust recipe, but we're just using, and this is not pizza pie, this is an actual pie. Like you can make apple pie with this crust. So we're using Pillsbury, they're delicious. Oh, we have Abby Rose, she's joining us.
Abby's gonna join us.
And Lexi just took it and put it on a pan like this. And we made a little crust around the edge to keep everything inside. Now, here's the thing. If you want to use a pie shell, you can, or a pie pan rather, you can. So Lexi, we have some footage of Lexi doing this, and we'll show you that right now.
Lexi used her fingers to pinch the crust to make a little edge or ledge to keep the ingredients inside the crust and stop it from spilling over.
That's done. You're going to take, so there's about 2 cups of mozzarella in here. You can use other cheeses if you want, but we're using this. And you're gonna put half of it, and you're gonna sprinkle it on here, and then you're gonna bake it for about 15 minutes until it all gets golden brown. So Lexi and Abby Rose, they have washed their hands.
Yes.
They're gonna sprinkle the cheese on about half of it, okay, girls? So you go right ahead, sprinkle it on in there, about half. You wanna get it all over. I'm gonna help. All right, that's good. Wait a minute, that's good. Break down what she has, like Abby Rose.
Abby, here, you wanna help?
Go ahead.
Break it down.
We don't want to get any on here because it'll burn, so we'll pick it off of there.
Yeah.
Sprinkle it around, get it all the way to the edge.
All the way to the edges.
Yeah, and then we're going to bake it. And it might shrink up a little, and that's okay. All right. Okay, that's good, girls. I need it. Okay, she has it all around, and we're gonna pop it in the oven. The oven is set for 350, but you should follow whatever the instructions are here. And if you're not getting the measurements because we're talking too fast or we leave out something, everything is in the description. All right, boys and girls, right now, and viewers, I am going to put a picture of the United States. And in the United States, there are 5 regions. Now, you can break the United States up into many different kinds of regions, but these are physical regions. So it means that what type of landforms and weather or climate is in that area lets us know what can be grown and raised.
For this recipe, we are focusing on the region that is in the dark blue.
And one of the things in this region where we live, which is the Northeast, and I'll show you a picture of that. We are the state of New Jersey, so the Northeast is broken up into 2 parts, the Mid-Atlantic region, and that is where we live. And one of the most amazing things in this area are wonderful farms that grow tomatoes. And we have family members that have a tomato farm here, and we're gonna show you Lexi's adventure at the tomato stand or at the fruit and vegetable stand.
We got pumpkins there.
So we took a trip out to Route 206 in Hamilton, New Jersey, and visited Glossy Fruit Farms. They honestly grow the best Jersey tomatoes, but they also grow so much more. Check this out. While the cheese and crust were baking, Lexi was very busy making a mixture that would become the next layer in the pie. And that's a half a cup of fresh basil and 4 cloves of garlic, which she put into the food processor and pulsed. Next, I sliced up 2 medium tomatoes. Now, Lexi can do this, but she left me in the kitchen and I did it instead. It looks like it's tough work by the expression I'm making, but it really isn't. And they are so delicious, I wanted to eat one as I was slicing it. You don't want to make the slices too thick, but it's actually a preference thing, whatever you decide. Next, you take the sliced tomatoes and place them on a paper towel to absorb the extra moisture. That way the pie crust doesn't get soggy.
This is what it looks like.
It looks really pretty.
We have the tomatoes draining, and what we're going to do is, this is the star of the recipe. We're going to take the tomatoes. You don't want to make them too thick. This is a little on the thicker side, but it's okay. You want to lay them out and around along the tomato pie.
Yep. And this
Here,
is
girls, give me 1 minute. Hold on.
I don't like tomatoes.
Watch.
But I'm going to see what it tastes like, because I don't like tomatoes at all.
That's okay. It's always good to try, right?
Yeah.
And when you're finished,
I'm hoping I do like it.
here.
We're not finished, are we?
Nope. Abby Rose, come stand here.
Okay.
And then when you're finished, we'll do the next step. Next is, in here is where we have our basil, which is grown here, our garlic and basil, and you have to like take it. Now, Abby Rose doesn't like getting her hands dirty, and you have to sprinkle it around. So you think you could do that, Lou?
Yep, I do.
Sprinkle it all around, get it all
Give me
over.
some, baby.
Okay, go ahead. All the goodness.
Can I do the cheese?
Yep. There you go. And then we're going to do the cheese mixture. So what we did was we added the leftover mozzarella with mayonnaise and Parmesan cheese. And now you're going to, I'm going to put it in different spots and we're going to spread it around. You girls can help me with that, okay? 1, 2, 3. We'll make 5 for the 5 regions of the United States. Do you remember what region New Jersey is in? It's northeast.
I know there's 50 states.
Yeah, there are 50 states. Specifically in the northeast, because it's broken into 2 parts. We are in the mid-Atlantic states, and we have these beautiful, fertile gardens or land. Okay, so girls, you want to help out?
I do. All right.
Both of you are going to get your spoon, and you're going to carefully carefully smooth it out on top of it. You're sandwiching it in there, okay?
Okay.
There you go.
This is what it looks like. Abby, stop doing it for a second. Abby, stop. This looks so good, guys.
ASMR. Hear it. Spread it all around. Okay, and then we're gonna pop it back in the oven, still at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes until it gets all golden brown. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
You ready?
Yeah. Yep. Yo, so
All right,
the
hold on.
pizza
Hold on.
is done, y'all.
Come
And
Hold
look
on.
at
All
that
right, come on, get on the other
big
side. You're getting in.
Does it look good?
All right, it is finished. Here
Yeah.
it is. Again, you could put it in an actual pie shell, and we're gonna cut it. It actually tastes really good if you let it get sort of room temperature. And we're gonna cut it and taste it and tell you what we think. No.
Yeah, I want to cut it.
No.
I'm cutting it raw.
I think it needs to cool. We could shut that off for me, Jay. Let it cool a little bit more so it doesn't.
Why are we cutting it like pizza?
Because that's how. All right, here it is. The goodness of the Mid-Atlantic region, which is part of the Northeast. Jersey tomatoes. You ready?
What?
Jamie's the sampler.
Don't give me a...
You're not in. Only your arm's in.
I'll taste it once it gets cold, though.
All right, thank you for tuning in. If you make the recipe, let us know. Don't forget, all of the directions are in the comment below.
I'll give it a taste.
You're gonna give it a taste?
Maybe
apple
cider.
Me, I told you this already.
It's for taste testing, but we're on.
And here she is. She comes back every night for a treat, right up to the patio.